Hi everybody, welcome back to the hat making series. This is also a time that I'm going to teach you one of my little tricks. It's a thing that I do when I need to needle felt something really large. And this hat, it's totally wet right now, and so I can't bend the brim or anything. But this hat is really giving me a hard time in certain areas. And I just feel like I need to really needle felt it some more, like right in here, it's got a gap. Long story short, do not, when you're making this type of hat, this coiled hat, do not try to wet felt it before you get all your coiling done, because it will be a mess. So I thought to myself, well, rather than trying to keep needle felting repairs in here while it's wet, I just need a curved surface to needle felt over. Now, I did this a long time ago when I made a giant, what is it called? A giant jellyfish. If I can find some, well, I can't really edit this that well, but I'll try to show you guys a picture sometime of the giant jellyfish. It's about this large, and I needle felted I wanted to see if I could needle felt a hollow object. And so I can, and so can you, with making a custom needle felting surface. So I use this great stuff. I use this a lot when I'm creating needle felting surfaces. So what I've done here is I've put it in a colander that has been lined with newspaper, and then you just shake it up. I've already shaken mine up, so I'm not going to shake it because I don't want this wet stuff to come off. But then you just spray it in. Now let me see if I can show you. It comes out. Now this stuff is used for filling in large gaps, but it makes a wonderful foam felting surface for crazy cheap. And I've tried making foot lasts out of it, which you can do, but once you cut it, it gets kind of crumbly. But you can do it. I used it for making the base of my giant sculptures. Let me show you those real quick. See how I'm going? Basically, I'm making it right here. I'm kind of making a helmet, kind of making a foam helmet is what I'm making. But it's just an inverted little hat, and it continues to go. Be very careful. Use this wearing gloves. Okay, I'm just being extra careful, but the stuff will not come off of your hands. It'll peel off of hard surfaces, but it will not come off of your hands, period. It will just, eventually that skin will have to die. So, and it's very, very sticky. So, let me show you real quick. I'm going to pause and I'll get you my other thing. So, when great stuff dries, it expands like a lot. How much? I don't know. I would say like 50%. So keep that in mind. If you're, making a round surface like this, it's going to be like this. So I did this base here, and this is, see, it's perfect for needle felting. It's just polyurethane foam. And so the legs of my donkey here are, I have some skewers in there, and they just are fixed down into this foam to give more stability to the donkey. Because, I've got the weight of my Virgin Mary on here. So this is her little saddle. But, yeah. So use great stuff for all kinds of great things. So today, it's going to take about, I want to say it'll probably take like 3 hours when you get something that's this thick to cure. And if you're going to get some, go by the window kind, it comes in like three or four different formulas. Buy the kind that's designed for windows, because the kind that's designed for windows has less air pocket holes. If you were to cut it, it's just denser and it'll give you a more uniform shape. So now look, I put this in as just a little bit, and it's already, doesn't it look like pasta? It's already puffing up quite a bit. So I'm going to put this over a vent, a heater vent, and let it dry. Now, originally, when I first did this, I lined a bowl with saran wrap. Do not do that, okay? Because it never fully cured in the center. Grape stuff needs airflow on both sides. So, hence the colander, right? And so what I'll do is I'll just lift this all out when I'm done with it. Ooh, I don't want to lift it too much right now, but I'll just lift it out, and I'll have a nice round sphere. Now, if I puncture through paper, no big deal. That's not going to bother my needle felting. I mean, I could try to peel it off, but there's no point in that. So I'll have a nice round dome that I can then take this hat and I can place it on it, and I can needle felt away really, really hard without having to worry about hitting my mannequin underneath, or a bowl, or if you have a wooden head form, or a hat form or anything like that. Now, if you had a styrofoam head before you started this project, you would be completely set. But I do not have a styrofoam head. But I do have a ton of great stuff around. You can get great stuff at any hardware store, really. Just go down the aisle that has all of the weather stripping and stuff like that. It'll be right there, and you will have a lot of fun with it. You could just create a million things with great stuff. You could make a big, cylinder of great stuff and then carve with it. But, I mean, when you carve it, you are going to have some air holes. Just keep that in mind. But it is fun. It is fun. So that's my, I'm not sponsored by Great Stuff. I just happen to use it a lot. So if you are looking for a really cheap needle felting surface, or you have a specific problem that a curved, surface to needle felt on would be better than, say, a flat surface. If you're going to do some three-dimensional things, and you can also wet felt over it too. So it's great for that. So that's your little tip for today. I'm going to continue to work on our hat, and once it dries a little bit, I'll give you part 4 of the hat making in the final series, probably. Well, unless we do a steaming of the brim. I got to get this brim all firmed up, though. Okay? So, happy felting. If this was helpful at all to you, give it a thumbs up. And, share it. Share it with a friend. Especially the needle felters. I think a lot of needle felters do not know about Great Stuff. So, let them know about it. Talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. I can turn this on.